You can paint this watercolor Halloween bookmark using this easy wet on wet blending technique. Start by cutting a strip of watercolor paper for your bookmark. The one I'm using here is about 6 inches high and 2.5 inches wide. Step 1. Trace the pumpkin pattern onto the paper. For this you can download a free outline template on my website or just sketch something similar, filling up the sheet with a bunch of little pumpkin shapes. Next, tape down the bookmark onto a flat board using low-tack masking tape. The tape will protect the edges of the paper and leave a nice white frame around the painting. Make sure the tape is well stuck down so that the paint doesn't bleed underneath the edges while you paint. Step 2. Mix up 3 colours in your palette, a yellow, a red and an orange. I used a warm yellow and a warm red paint to get the brightest possible orange mixtures when the colours blend. Begin painting the pumpkin shapes, altering the paint colour on your brush as you progress. Constantly changing the colours on your paintbrush like this and painting while the previous shapes are still wet will create beautiful smooth blends of colour. By painting wet into wet like this, the pigments merge together, creating nice transitions of colour. And if you use a warm yellow and a warm red, you'll get rich, vibrant oranges that don't lose any saturation. The key is to keep the colours flowing into each other while they're still wet. So pick up plenty of paint with your brush and apply nice wet brushstrokes. Work down the page, and as you paint each pumpkin shape, let them overlap so that the colours seep into the adjacent shapes. Let the wet paint bleed into the neighbouring areas, forming soft transitions. From time to time you can also leave a small white highlight by painting around a small area, allowing the white paper to show through. These highlights can add a touch of sparkle and give your pumpkins a more lively and interesting appearance. Keep painting, moving quickly while the surface is still wet. Step 3. Mix your yellow with a bit of blue paint to make a nice puddle of green, then start adding small stalks to the little pumpkin shapes. If the surface is still wet, then that's fine, just let the colours merge together. Leave the paint to dry completely before carefully removing the masking tape around the edge. And there you go, a Halloween watercolor bookmark filled with cute little pumpkins. This painting is part of a 3-part series. You'll find the other designs by clicking the link to my YouTube channel below. Have fun and happy Halloween!